Hi everyone. I got a request from a follower of the channel and also a LinkedIn connection, Fintan, to do a video on enums, specifically their purpose and when do you use them and when do you not use them. So I hope you like the video, Fintan, and if anyone has got any comments, please leave them below. Thanks very much. So enums are very useful if you have a method that is taking in a parameter, and that parameter has a couple of different options. Just a couple. That's when your enum comes into its own. So let's say, for example, here I have an enum called college years, and this is the American college system. First year, second year, third year, and fourth years. Freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. So there's only a few options that the college years can be. So if I come in here and define a student class, there's the ID, there's the name of the student, there's their age, there's the constructor. I'm overriding the toString and I'm just using the getName. I didn't define any other accessor or mutator methods. So I'll come back to the ones that are in comments now in a minute, but here I create a student Tom. So it's Tom Brady, the American footballer. Let's say he's 19. I've got this method, what year are you in? And this is before enums now. The first version has no enums. Okay, so I've overloaded the method basically. So I'm taking in a student and I'm taking in a year. And I'm going to go and output the name of that student is in year, whatever year. So there's one. Second student is Beth Harmon, the great chess player, 20. Now look at what I'm doing. By accident, I'm passing in -2 in as the year. And the compiler doesn't help me. Doesn't do anything. If I run that, you'll see Tom Brady's in year 1 and Beth Harmon is in year -2, which is an error. That's the problem that enums can fix. Okay, so here's enums to the rescue. I'm going to create Neil Armstrong, 20. Okay, and I've overloaded the method. What year are you in? There's the student. This time I'm taking in the enum type, college years. And the only possible instances of this enum are freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. You cannot put in any different values. The compiler will not allow that. So if I put in an extra F by accident, there's an error straight away. That's where the enums save you. At compile time, they'll spot these type of errors. So instead of passing in an int, you would refactor your code and pass in an enum, which has the only few values that you want. So therefore, I do student.getName, and when I run it, you'll see that Neil Armstrong is a freshman, because that's what I passed down. And the other thing that the enum is often used is for the singleton pattern, where you just specify instance like that. Now that is the only valid instance that will be allowed of the singleton. So remember that enums are very like classes. You can have constructors, instance variables, you can have methods, and so on. Enums are also useful when you want to control access to resources like database connections. For example, if you have a license for only one database connection, or maybe the JDBC driver does not work well with multi-threading, the singleton ensures that there's only one connection made, or that only one thread can access the connection at a time, because there's only one instance. You can also use it to represent situations which are common to all threads and objects in a JVM. For example, a configuration which is system-wide. And to use that here, you would have, there's a singleton.instance, and there's another one, .instance, and I'm just using the the hash code. So if I just get the hash code documentation, you'll see what it says further down here. As much as it is reasonably practical, the hashcode method defined by the class object does return distinct integers for distinct objects. So I'm creating two of them here, S and S2, and we'll find that the hashcode will be the same for both of them. But if I output them for Tom, Beth, and Neil, they'll be distinct. So there's the Tom, Beth, and Neil, and then there's the hash code for the two calls to the instance. So there's only going to be one instance. So that's the singleton.